costumes already.
We are going on in the D23
Expo.
This is the line just to get into the expo this morning. It's 8:20 a.m. The expo opens at 9. The expo started at 9 o'clock. It is now 9:27, and our row is about to be led into the hall.
Who's he supposed to be? I don't know who he's supposed to be. I don't know what that person is supposed to be. Wow, look how huge this place is. I didn't even know it was this big.
Theaters, and then everything in the middle is the other stuff. It's like a library right now.
Wonder how many steps we'll do today.
We'll let you down in Hall C if you want to go if you're on a mission for something.
Oh wait, let's walk in here first. That's okay. And then we'll go to Hall C. Okay. I'm gonna walk in there.
I'll go with you.
They can use the restroom. I just want to walk in there. Oh, fun. We got mashed beans.
Get all these packaging. It's the same thing as you would get outside of the show. However, we're still giving it to you, even though the prices are amazing. And this is your pendant box that you get.
We're finally in the expo hall. I think this requires a beginning montage. In line to go into the Disney Dream store. We have a reservation for 11 o'clock, and we're in a line with all the other people with 11 o'clock reservations waiting to get in.
We just like sneak in.
Welcome to the Dream Store, everybody!
Thank you.
Make sure to get today's release. Lots of great stuff. Yes.
That one's very
Right now, it's your guys' turn. Looking, sir. Here you go.
Thank you.
Pardon me.
We're in. Birthday stuff, expo stuff. The Dapper Dan line here.
Yep, and you're welcome to show that out there as well. I grab that one.
I ended up getting the Mickey Tiki D23 shirt. That's the only thing I got. Everything was so out of my price range. There was a lot of collectible stuff. You saw it. I showed a montage of it just now. But yeah, so I just walked away with that shirt. I wanted something D23, and that seemed to fit the bill. But now we are minutes away from the Haunted Mansion 50th anniversary panel.
We are.
So we need to get there pronto.
As soon as Chris gets here.
He's checking out.
Running. We're running.
Do we see him? Is he coming?
There he is.
Not yet. He's still talking.
All right.
They had a whole bunch of kids that were just warm. Some of us were excited about this.
We're in.
Not know.
Daniel Joseph, just to put him on the spot, is I don't think the Haunted Mansion has influenced anybody's life in the world more than it has this guy right over here. So he's going to kind of take you through his story, and we have amazingly awkward photos to take you.
I learned about some neat things, like if I took the detergent away from my parents and shined a black light on it, it glowed. I mean, that's so cool. And little things like carving tombstones out of foam, and something I wouldn't suggest is making a fog machine out of an iron. That did not go well. We're still not allowed.
Please put your hands together. He's an author, amazing artist, fantastic overall Imagineer. Chris Merritt is here to talk about his adventures with Mark Davis.
Who out here had the Haunted Mansion record? I wore out like 3 copies of, wow, what is going on here? Jeez. I wore out like 3 copies of this record, playing it over and over again. It had a huge influence on me.
So we have a special treat for you. We are actually proud to present a one-time showing of, slide transition, the Skipper's Tour of the Haunted Mansion. Take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Skipper Tour of the Haunted Mansion.
To celebrate this beloved Disneyland classic, we, your brave and daring Jungle Cruise skippers, have decided to go on an expedition to the far reaches of New Orleans Square. Hey Jen, what kind of jokes are we going to tell on this?
Deadpan. Hello? Test? Test? This mic is dead. Oh, I get it. Well, here at the Haunted Mansion, they say that the grass is always greener on the other side. But if you ask anyone in the cemetery, they'll tell you it's just dirt.
Maybe we should bury that joke. Some people report hearing a horse attached to this hearse, but I say nay!
strangely, some find the Haunted Mansion to be very romantic, especially spiders. Just look at all the newlyweds.
Right here is our first ghost. It says he is a kind, generous, handsome billionaire. Clearly he's lying. You can see right through him.
Believe it or not, we had a hard time coming up with jokes for this room. Skipper Nick was pitching a lot of ideas, but to be honest, he was really stretching.
Here's our beloved Constance and her late husband George. Very handsome, man. Look at those chiseled features.
I think we should get out of here. It looks like that guy has a really short fuse.
We really need to keep chipping away at these. You know, I've often wondered how powerful these doom buggies are. Turns out they're only 13 horsepower. Oh, hey. He's sounding way better. He was coughing earlier. Just ahead on the left, Madame Leota, the head psychic. I wanted to get her a hat, so I asked her what size. She's a medium.
I bet you didn't see that joke coming, but she did. Oh, it looks like they're having a really good time down there. Everyone's having a ball.
Right over there is the only organ in the Haunted Mansion. All the others decomposed.
Oh, look at that. It's our blushing bride, Constance. She is so lovely. Some people even say she has a smile to die for.
Look, it's the Hatbox Ghost. You know, even in the afterlife, he's always working to get ahead. You know, I once had a short-lived career as a gravedigger.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They fired me for putting 3 pairs of shoes in every hole.
Why'd you do that?
Because they said everyone needed to be 6 feet under. So they gave me the boot. Said I wasn't a good fit. Even after I put my soul into it.
I can dig it.
It's okay, I've got lots of dirt on.
And now it's time for the most dangerous turn in our journey. Our return to the mortal realm.
If you had a good time today, I am the brave and handsome Skipper Nick. This is Skipper Jen, and this has been the world famous Haunted Mansion.
And if you didn't have a good time today, my name is Henry, and this is Albert. And this has been Mystic Manor.
It's Exitensio's words that turn an eerie but otherwise ordinary seeming portrait gallery into a chamber with no windows and no doors that you're not sure you can escape. It's Exitensio's words that give the ghost host his spooky narration, and Madame Leota her spell to conjure forth spirits wherever they're at. And, of course, it's Exitensio's words that have had all of us singing about grim-grinning ghosts for the past 50 years.
So we're proud to present a dramatic reading of Exitensio's July 19th, 1968 draft of the Haunted Mansion script.
Our first participant, reading as the role of the mysterious medium, she wasn't quite Madame Leota yet, reading as the medium is a member of our Disney Technology Group and Exitensio's granddaughter, Kelsey McCullough. Our next guest is coming straight from the mansion itself. Tightrope walker extraordinaire and my personal favorite happy haunt, Miss Sally Slater.
Now, we have one role left, the iconic ghost host. Now, for me, I am super excited. We had to find an actor with the gravitas, with the talent, the name recognition. We needed to get the biggest name possible, and I am confident in saying that we have casted the best possible ghost host for this presentation. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Phantom of the Muppet Theater, Uncle Deadly. So we have a whole script to get through. So without further ado, Sally, would you please lead the way?
Of course. The patrons enter the foyer of the Haunted Mansion to the dismal tolling of a church bell. A ghostly voice is heard from a talking marble bust in a niche high in the corner of the room. The opening statement would have no pertinent relation to the show, so those who might miss the first part would not be slighted.
when the dismal knell of a requiem bell calls the spirits forth from the tomb. And there's a dog howl. May I hear some dog howls, please? Wonderful. And the mournful sound of a baying hound chills your soul with an aura of gloom. Then some ghost wailing. Let's me hear you, ghost. Yes, we'll work on that. Then the spirits ride on a ghostly wind, wailing their song of doom.
The doors of the first elevator open, and the voice of the ghost host, loud enough for all to hear, comes from the far wall of the elevator.
Welcome, foolish mortals. Welcome to the haunted mansion. I am your host, your invisible ghost host. Our tour will begin here in the ghostly gallery, so kindly step all the way in, please, and make room for everyone. There's no turning back now.
This precedes the group down the corridor, where other paintings change into ghostly apparitions, which each flash of lightning.
These are portraits of some of the other spirits brought here from the darkest tombs of the earth. There are 999 ghosts here, but we have room for 1,000. Any volunteers? No. Then step lively now, it may be your last chance. Step lively, step lively, step lively.
The seance scene that follows, a very unusual seance is in progress. The medium has taken the form of a shrunken head floating inside a crystal ball. As she chants her weird incantations, fantastic apparitions are highlighted in different areas of the room. Bells ring, horns blow, and inanimate objects float freely about the room.
Rap on a table, wave a gold wand, send us a message from somewhere beyond. Horn toad and lizard, tail of a rat. Speak to us, Albert, wherever you're at. Levitate, volatate, fly through the air. Raise up the table to show us you're there.
Now as we wrap up, we have one last thing before we wrap up. Let's go back to Ching and Yumi. Let's take a look at our artwork to be silent auctioned off for the Ryman Arts program. Let's start right over there. Ooh, one-of-a-kind pieces created during this presentation. So if you guys are wanted bid on these, head to the Ryman Arts booth. So good. I want that. So good. Thank you. Round of applause for our artists.
This animal in a unique and a stylized way that's hopefully, so first of all, who's up there on the screen, yeah, lives in the forest in the Congo.
It's time for the D23 Expo Street Parade. This is the Disney parks. That's what the cast members will be wearing for the Tron roller coaster in the Magic Kingdom. And the cast member outfits for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. That's it right there.
Is that the land?
That's the new Moana attraction.
The land, right? Water. Moana water? Moana water?
Moana water.
Yeah.
Getting a look at what the new Star Wars hotel will eventually look like. What's this? Swag?
I already got some. What is that? I want a perfect one. I'll get it first. Oh, that's perfect.
There's a button for Magic Kingdoms. This is a video game?
In a dress shop or something like that.
Yes, that's what somebody else said. And I think it's just called the dress shop.
The dress shop. That's so beautiful. Awesome. Can't wait. I'm on the hunt. I heard that, yeah.
Among his many projects at Disney, he oversaw the creation of the unbelievable Pirates of the Caribbean Battle for the Sunken Treasure at Shanghai Disneyland. Ladies and gentlemen, Luke Neri.
I can kind of see you guys through the crowd, but how many people here have been to Aulani before? I'm seeing come in. Woohoo! Okay, guys, we are coming up on our 8th anniversary in 4 days, so you have no excuse. If you haven't been, go.
Well, there's another thing in this because I think Galaxy's Edge is a good example. The world is so enveloping, so convincing, so thorough, and the choices you can make are so varied. And I want us each to think about this a little bit. Is this sort of somewhere out there is a line between the theatrical presentation of a world that seems to be real and a real world. And the act of theater, you know, like good old Aristotle and mimesis and this weird awareness. The awareness that it's not real is the thing that allows me to play, as opposed to actually be afraid, actually be threatened.
We just came from the Immersive Worlds panel. It was okay. Joe Rohde was there. He moderated it. That was kind of cool. But I was hoping they'd talk more about all of the parks. They talked about Aulani, they talked about Shanghai, Galaxy's Edge, and Pandora, which was cool. I nodded off once. What I heard was interesting. Maybe it could have added they could have added a little more oomph to the presentation, I think. Well, that was our experience at the D23 Expo Saturday. It was interesting. Our experience at the shop where we had a reservation was, I thought they were supposed to have more Thunder Mountain anniversary gear and Splash Mountain anniversary gear and Haunted Mansion anniversary gear, and they really only had one shirt per, so I was kind of hoping for more. I mean, I'm not a big collector of things, so all the stuff they had collectible wise was plentiful, but it's not my thing. So the panels were interesting. I thought with the Immersive Worlds one, they would talk more about how they get guests immersed in the park, like all the parks. They kind of were specific to 4 parks, but it was cool to see Joe Rohde up on stage. And the Haunted Mansion panel, that was neat. Seeing a Muppet recite the original script for Haunted Mansion was pretty cool. I thought the guy in the lab coat, maybe I was hoping he'd show us how they did some of the effects in the Haunted Mansion, but kind of just talked about what he did in his own basement. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed my little jaunt through the D23 Expo. We'll see you later.